Good morning all, Thursday 16th of April, episode 22, season 30, and it looks like we're going live to our Facebook page today, unlike the hiccup we had on a Tuesday. But yeah, plenty to talk about today with the team lists being announced, a couple of other little things at the end of the show, but of course, we must always start off with a big thank you to Foursquare Franz Joseph down there on Main State Highway 6 in Franz Joseph. Visit the team for all your grocery needs or head down to their Facebook page at facebook.com/Foursquare Franz Joseph. Thank you for your support, Josh and the team. I'm starting to get that down pat a bit. But, wow. What a last few days we've had, isn't it? So I thought, let's try and get everyone who doesn't want to ask questions, which you can do in the comments below. And because we do have a nice new little widgety thing we can do, because what we need to do is actually just talk about the elephant in the room. And that elephant in the room is, Moana Pacifica. Before we kick off the show, we do have a question, and it's so easy for you to answer. There you go. We have it. A live poll. You can actually start clicking away. Tell us where. So type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, and we'll know by the end of the day, hopefully, the show, where you think a Super Rugby team can come from to replace Moana Pacifica if all the, problems are not sorted before the start of next year. I mean, should they just go to 10 teams? Or should they go back to a Super 12 and not have the stupid bye? If that is the case, where should the other 2 teams come from? Should the Sunwolves come back from Japan? Would the Jaguars want to come back from South America? South America have a very successful Super Rugby Americas happening at the moment. I've already seen in the media the Cheetahs from South Africa. They're saying, should the Cheetahs rejoin Super Rugby? Or do we see a team from Canada or California, which was being touted a couple of times, or even Hawaii? I mean, Hawaii would be good. Plenty of Pacifica players up that way, and that could be a great place to have a franchise located. Or, dare I say it, Mexico. They have a good rugby union as well. So, or Chile. They're pretty good themselves, so that could come under the South American tab. So should Super Rugby actually expand to 12 teams with either one of those regions, either combining 2 teams or sharing 2 more teams? So in the comments, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll see how the poll starts going. Okay, so on with the show, I guess, and just a quick I'll bring up the poll again for you soon, so you can all answer the question as we go through the show. So standings as we head into round 10, of course, Hurricanes on top, Chiefs, Blues, Brumbies, Reds and Crusaders are your top 6, and in the bottom there, you got the Highlanders, Waratahs, Drua, Western Force, and Moana Pacifica at the bottom there, sitting on 4 points. So huge week ahead, and I'll just go to see if anyone's putting in comments yet. No, but that's okay. I'm here to just talk crap, as you all know. But that is where we're standing after round 9. This weekend, we do have some huge matchups, though. We've got the Blues taking on the Highlanders. The Waratahs taking on Moana Pacifica over there in Sydney. The Chiefs, top of the table clash with the Hurricanes up there in Hamilton, followed by the Brumbies and the Drua in Canberra, and then the Force taking on a depleted Crusaders side. But we'll get to that in a moment. So, team lists. Yep, the team lists are out, and we'll start with the opening match tomorrow night. I'll just see if I can bring that down a little bit. There we go. So in the Blues and the Highlanders, the Blues, Mason Tupaia, Bradley Slater, Marcel Renata, Patrick Tuipulotu, Sam Darry, Anton Signer, and Dalton Papali'i with Hoskins Satutu back at number 8. In the backs, we've got Finlay Christie, Bowden Barrett, Cody Vi, Zavi Tali, AJ Lamb, Cole Forbes, and Zahn Sullivan. On the bench for the Blues this weekend is Kurt Eklund, Ben Aki, Sam Martinger, Josh Beer, Torian Barnes, Malachi Raplin, Tafu Funaki, and Peter Aki. So, what do the Highlanders have to bring to the table this week? So, Ethan de Groot, Jack Taylor, and Angus Tarbell coming up against his old buddies at the Blues there. TK Howden, Mitch Dunshay, and Sean Withy's back in the starting lineup with Vivina Lasanga and Nakora Broughton at number 8. In the halves, you got Adam Lennox and Cam Miller, Jonah Nariki, Tamochi Tafatawai, Taniua Talia, Caleb Tangatel, and Tane Robinson at fullback. And on the bench, you have Sione Vikana, Josh Bartlett, Soala Maui, Oliver Haig, Lucas Casey, Falau Fakatava, Xavier Tito Harris, and Finn Hurley. So, the lineouts are in. Just comes to my official pick for the week. And you know which way that's going to go, don't you? Yeah. There's only one way I'm going to pick here, and that is going to be for the Highlanders. I just think the Highlanders' performance last week against the Brumbies was heroic. Their defence was awesome. You couldn't blame the weather or anything like that under the roof. But I think the Highlanders will be will sneak one, I think, because no one will be expecting it. So I think the Highlanders will go up there and sneak one over the Blues by 7 points. Disagree with me? Throw it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, while you're there, also vote in the comments the what you think the poll should be on Moana Pacifica. There we go. That's the way I might do that. Talk about the team, give my prediction, and then give you a reminder to do our poll. So, we now move on to the next match after that, and it's the Waratahs playing what we've been talking about, Moana Pacifica, and not a lot of changes in the lineups here for either side. Moana, they need to do something. They did start off again with a hiss and a roar. How bad has the news been for them this week? I think it's going to really, I don't know, will it polarize them to show that they still deserve to be there? I mean, they're playing for their lives now, literally, their livelihoods. They want to put on a performance, so if someone does have a spare $10 million floating around, they'll go, actually, we'll invest in this rugby team. They've got a bit of talent. And so the Waratahs at home, an intriguing game. Max Jorgensen, I mean, he's been quiet the last couple of weeks. Sid Harvey there with the Waratahs leading the Rookie of the Year comp. Jake Gordon and Depranishi at number 10. Strong forward pack for the Waratahs. Callaway is just a machine when he can get going and can fill in that fullback if necessary. And, you know, if I look at the bench, you know, they've got plenty of talent to bring off the bench as well, the Waratahs, with Vaianga, Kalia, Amone, Blythe, hello, Adamson, Wilson, and Riley to come off the bench. Oh, I'd love to pick Moana Pacifica, but I just think at home the Waratahs will want to sort of bounce back and get into that top 6 again. So I'm going to go the Waratahs to win this by 20 points, I'm afraid. I think we're beating a dead horse now with Moana Pacifica. Yeah, it's a bit of a worry. Yeah. So, that's the way I'm going to go. And if you're wondering where Mike is, he's flat out like a lizard drinking. So that's all good, Mike. And Mike is also agreeing with me that the Tars will win. So, again, on the widgety poll, there we go. Remember, get your vote in, put it in the comments, and we'll see how we get on. So, and we hopefully will have an answer at the end of the show. So then 7 o'clock, we do have the top of the table clash, Hurricanes and the Chiefs, or the Chiefs and the Hurricanes, should I say. So the Chiefs, they will be looking at a huge continuation of their form after their massive win against Moana last weekend. Ollie Norris, Samasoni, Tucker Ahau, George Dyer, Josh Lord, Natoa Akoi, Sam Penny-Finau, Luke Jacobson, Simon Parker, Cortez Ratama, Damien McKenzie at halves, Kieran Tauimaflau, Rion Paul, Quinn Tupaia, Leroy Carter, and Liam Coons-Fabling. And they are up against Xavier Numia, Asafa Umia, Pasi Tossi, Isaiah Walker, Laweri, Warner Derns, Devon Ned, Flanders, Duplessis Karifi, Peter Larkai. And I mean, what a battle this is going to be between Cam Roygard, Ruben Love, and Cortez Rasmer and Damien McKenzie. That's going to be one for the books, I think. Fihi is up against Leroy Carter on one wing. Josh Morby is up against Kyron on the other wing. And in the centres, we've got Geordie Barrett and Buddy Proctor, who will be battling it out with Rion Paul and Quinn Tupaia, with Callum Harkin, who's actually been making every post a winner since he began with his contract with the Hurricanes. On the benches, we've got for the Chiefs, Brody McAllister, Jared Prophet, Ruben O'Neill, Fela Sarr, Kalen Bashir, Wallace Satiti, Xavier Rowe, and Josh Jacob. And on the Hurricanes bench, we've got Jacob Devery, Puri Rakati Stones, Tavita Mafaleo, Caleb Delaney, Brad Shields, Braden Iosi, Eri Anari, and Jonah Rover. This is going to be a battle royal. I'm hoping the spirits of my ancestors behind the stadium in Hamilton there will come out and put the chills down the back of the Chiefs players. I think it will be a close match, and I think the Hurricanes will get up in this by 10 points. I just think, they will be too strong. Mike, drinking like a lizard, is saying Landers over the Blues. We both agree there. And he is saying the Canes should win. Now, remember, the Hurricanes have a game in hand. If they can knock off the second and third place teams week apart, they've still got a game in hand. And literally, if they can carry on like this, they can start resting some of their superstars like the others are trying to do now. And that is just crazy, crazy. So, for me, Hurricanes to win by 10. And, again, a reminder about the poll that we've got going. Just throw it into the chat, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we'll hopefully have a result for you very, very soon. We are live on Facebook, and we'll be coming. This whole poll, though, won't work on YouTube because we'll be loading that up because it loads quicker from a download and an upload of today's show. So, I'll just hide that, and we'll head on to the next match, and it's going to be the Brumbies taking on Fiji and Drua at Canberra. And unfortunately, I just have to say the Brumbies will win this. Fiji and Drua, if they win this, it will be a massive upset. They just don't know how to travel. We keep asking them to show us what they've got every time they are on the road, and they just, at home, just a different kettle of fish. They've got to start bringing that home form back on the road, or not back onto the road. They just have to bring it onto the road, don't they? Because throughout their whole history, they've been the worst travelling team in Super Rugby, and they need to turn that around, and they really need to turn it around quick. They've been given a lifeline with the win last week against the Reds, which didn't see coming. Well, actually, we did. We picked Drua to win, but it's sort of like against the force, shall I say? But yeah, it's sort of like to me, I think that the Brumbies at home in a cold Canberra will be far too thingamy-bob. Mike has just asked, did I get one of those new Hurricane Anzac jerseys? Not yet. You actually have to pay money for those. So I'm hoping to get one very, very shortly. But yeah, no, I definitely want to get one of those new Hurricane jerseys. One of the better ones I've seen in a very, very long time. Point prediction. Brumbies, Drua. I think the Brumbies might pick this one up by 18 points. There we go. That's my prediction there. Meanwhile, your prediction is what in the poll that we are running for who should be the Super Rugby replacement, if there is one, and where from. Brumbies, Drua, that's on at 7:35 local time, 9:30 New Zealand time. So there we go. Right. Then we head over to Perth, and the Crusaders are taking on the Western Force, and a few changes in the squad here. Louis Chapman is in at number 9. Taha Kamara is the number 10. Macca Springer makes a return from injury on one wing. George Bell is still there at hooker over Cody Taylor, who they're resting for the first big game next weekend. Well, Anzac weekend, shall I say. And, of course, Will Jordan is not there as well. He's getting a well-deserved rest again. I think it's his, rest number 2, number 3. George Bridge for the Western Force. He's coming up against his old teammates there. Be taking on Dallas McLeod and Lester Whainuku with Bailey Kunzel on his inside. Normally you'd say the Crusaders, wouldn't you? Literally you'd say Crusaders all day, every day. But this, again, I'm going to say rubbish. Dropping players, changing players. Look at the Hurricane. They've only made a change when it is physically seen a player has been injured. Did we physically see Will Jordan get injured? Did we physically see Cody Taylor get injured? It is a bit of a nuisance. But I'll have to say I can't see the Crusaders dropping this, and I think they will bounce back. I think Penny would have put them through the ringer. They should have won in Queensland over there in Brisbane last week. That was Queensland Reds' first win in 15 years at home against the Crusaders. So, again, they shouldn't have done it. As Mike has just said here on our chat, that the Force and the Crusaders are depleted. But I'll have to go the Crusaders to win this game, and I'm going to just throw it out there. I'm going to say they're actually going to thump them by 20 points. But it's just, these guys, even a B team for the Crusaders, coming off a loss, you have to be dangerous of. So, yeah, that's where I think it's going to go. Crusaders to take that one out. Remember, vote on our question. It'll be interesting to see if we get any and how it goes, because it will be quite cool to be able to see it. Oops, just clicked the wrong button there. Okay, so where are we at now? Yeah, sevens. The sevens are on this weekend. Hong Kong, season number 50. South Africa, current champions. Black Ferns, current champions. Can they come back? Can they do the business? Fiji, ever present. It's awesome to see all the teams there. It's great to see the Germans and the Spanish and the Uruguayans in there as well, in the men's. And, of course, we got the ladies there as well, with the Brazilians and the Americans and Japan and Argentina, South Africa, all making a comeback into the world of the sevens for the 50th anniversary of the Hong Kong Sevens, which will be absolutely brilliant, I think. Mike in the last one is going for the Force to win, so there's a bit of an upset there for everybody. Really? But otherwise, that is the sevens coming up, so keep an eye on your local programs there to see what times they are on around the world. Over in Europe, we've got some big matches coming up here this weekend. We do talk about everything on Rugby Chat, not just Super Rugby. We've got the Ukraine taking on Bulgaria, Kosovo taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia playing Slovenia, and of course we mentioned on Tuesday's show that Norway will be taking on Finland, and some big matches there. And you can just watch. You can watch all those games at Rugby Europe TV. It is a great platform, probably I reckon the best rugby platform online, because you can get to see all these matches for free and live and uninterrupted. And it's fun listening to how the commentators commentate the games as well. Last weekend we had basically the second division of the men's championship, which is called the men's trophy, and Poland ended up defeating Sweden quite convincingly there, and in the process are promoted to the European Championship next year, replacing Germany. So congratulations to Poland. Well done. And then this weekend, though, we've got the relegation match that will take place between Lithuania and Croatia. So that is another game to sort of keep an eye out for on Rugby Europe. And it's quite good too, because that will be on about 1 o'clock. 12 a.m. New Zealand time, or midnight New Zealand time, Saturday. So it's quite a fun game to watch after the watching all the Super Rugby, which I may actually do. Nothing better than watching a bit of rugby from Lithuania. There you go. You see, you get it all here. And then, of course, the women, they're still playing in Europe there. So you've got Netherlands taking on Spain and Belgium taking on Portugal. Again, all these games are live on Rugby Europe TV. It's good to watch these, because it's all good watching the Pack 4 with the Black Ferns and all that playing. But it's also good to see who they might be coming up against in World Cups. And, of course, these teams are all in the same grade, so you can get some quite entertaining rugby, because at the end of the day, you don't want to see a total blowout. You just want to see a good game of rugby, don't you? And these ladies certainly put on the performance. So, day one. I haven't got the results through yet, but the World Chair Rugby Championship qualifying tournament is being held in Colombia. And day one started overnight Haven't seen the results, unfortunately. I don't know exactly how the New Zealand Wheel Blacks went against Argentina or against the Netherlands. But basically, this is day one's draw here. And then day two, which will be tonight, later today, the Wheel Blacks will be taking on Chile in their final game, and only in one game on day two for them. And when we slip over to day three, they'll be taking on the hosts Colombia and Switzerland. And then, of course, in day four, we will be looking at the semi-finals. Good luck to the Wheel Blacks if they can get into that. And then, of course, you got the gold medal match, and all the spoils end up qualifying for the World Championship. So, again, good luck to the Wheel Blacks. Yeah, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's pretty much the show. I will stop, just give you another look at our poll. And hopefully, if this has all gone correctly, if I stop the poll, we will see if it gives us any results. No, but we can bring those results to you at another time. So I'll have to read exactly how that all worked for our poll. I'll bring you all the results on our show on Tuesday. I think that'll be us for the day. So until we come back on Tuesday, looking at all the results over the weekend, good luck. Enjoy your rugby. Enjoy your club rugby. As I said, get down there and support your local team. And we'll catch us all on the flip side. So catch us all later. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss anything of other awesomeness. Yeah, basically. I suppose what I could do is, just before I go, I could just quickly show you, I'll just go like this, a sneak peek of something. And a sneak peek of something would look like this. There you go, sneak peek. And I'll just see if we do have another option to show you here. I don't know if it will. I know it won't. So that's okay. That's the show for the day. And up the stag, says Mike Sheehan. And good luck, Mike, and your club this weekend. Catch us later. On the flip side, this is Rabs signing off. Pleasure bringing you today's Rugby Chat news. Bye.